This song is like so nice. Take Me to Clown Church. It's just a nice song. It honestly is. It's just a nice song. Okay. It's just so good. Anyways, time for Nitro Pepsi. I got another case. Good shit. Imagine shotgunning one of these. I don't think it would be good. I'm tilting it. There's foam in the can. Sniffy. Good shit. Good shit. Anyways, we're gonna play game. Leave that, because we don't need that anymore. Friend Sim 2. Open. Open. Sesame. Boop, boop. Yeah. Studio June. Load game. Where did we leave off? I'm guessing here. Oh yeah, we left off here. Because we have to play Ace Attorney now. Let's go to their office. You should investigate the ship thoroughly and talk to everyone who was involved. You open the door to find a sullen-looking Tagora leaning up against the bookshelf in the corner, eyeing you suspiciously.
Come to gawk at the condemned.
I forgot they're voiced. Well, no, you explain. Not really. You're actually here to defend him. To provide some kind of chance of maybe not being condemned?
Oh, Empress, that's somehow even worse.
How? I would like to know how. Ouch. Well, you're about the only chance he's got right now, since no one else seems to particularly care about his plight.
Fair enough. So, what's your brilliant plan?
I investigate. and then become a lawyer. You want to admit that this is about as far as you've managed to get as far as the actual planning thing goes?
This is it, huh? You haven't actually thought of anything.
Well, the thing about that is...
Fine. Make this quick.
Did you murder?
Does it matter?
Yes! Well, you explained. It kind of does. It'd be a bit hard to prove his innocence if he wasn't actually innocent.
My innocence? You honestly think that has anything to do with the outcome here?
Tagora laughs in a way that you find more than a little unsettling.
Please. Galax made up his mind, so that's basically it.
And that doesn't bother him at all? You're still not completely sure how the whole quadrant thing works, but you were pretty sure that Kismesises weren't supposed to literally kill each other.
Oh, this isn't about our relationship anymore. This is completely inside of his head.
Huh? Why were you down by the cargo bay? Tagora narrows his eyes and glares at you, and you're really not getting a very warm and friendly vibe from him. Hey, aren't you friends?
You're a dangerous person to be friends with. I'd rather not right now. It's all the same to you.
Okay, fine. But you also notice that he completely dodged the question. What was he doing down by the cargo bay? Acting awfully suspicious, too.
I wasn't doing anything. And I don't have to answer to you either.
Yes, you do. What? Of course not, but it might make things tricky as far as the whole preventing Tagora from dying objective. This seems like pretty important information.
It's none of your business what I was doing down there.
So,
Maybe
oh
you
my
should
God.
concentrate on finding out what's going on rather than running around in circles like this.
you remind yourself that you should look around the room too to see if you could find any clues. Finding clues is one of the things that good detectives do. Why, you'd be willing to bet there's even a neat little symbolic representation on the bits of the room you can look at. Maybe some kind of magnifying glass. No. Oh, there is! You're pretty sure that Gallic wouldn't leave Tagora in here if the computer actually gave him any way of connecting to the outside world, and sure enough, it seems like it's completely locked without some kind of administrative passcode. You can see a few program icons in the background, Solitaire, and some kind of word processing program, and something called Vital Track. Ah, we know what Vital Track is. That's how you look through a timeline. Ha 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 ha. But none of it is anything you can open or look at. Check. Oh, there's a check mark. Okay. Cat poster. There's something to be said about the convergent evolution of vastly different worlds that have ensured the universality of a cute kitten dangling precariously while encouraging the viewer to hang in there. Of course, this being Alternian, there's probably some horrible catch. The tree is venomous, or the kitten is venomous, or there's some venomous creature out of the frame. Whatever the case, you're completely certain that venom is somehow involved. That's Godcat. That's GCat. I have Godcat. What is this? The flora is terrible. But this plant is perfectly normal and harmless. At least it is right now. It might become venomous! Look at the books. Looking through the books on the shelf, you don't really see anything that would particularly be useful. You still are able to recognize most of the writing. The characters forming intuitively into something you can comprehend. The subject matter of the books, on the other hand, is completely beyond your abilities. Learn Alternian. Okay. So that is everything. Papers. Papers, please. Papers, please. Yep, that's everything. Locations. Bridge. You walk onto the bridge of the ship and you're immediately struck by how quiet it is. You expected a spaceship to have all kinds of humming gizmos and whatnot all over the place, but it's mostly just a few trolls sitting in silence and tapping on screens. iPad kids. What? And of course, a very sullen-looking Gallic standing in the middle of the bridge staring out the view screen of the stars.
I hope that your investigation is going well. Even if I find your motivations to be misguided, I trust that the process will uncover the deeper truth behind the matter.
Although from the look of your face when I say that, perhaps not so much. Somehow, sometimes great revelations spring from a place of misguided optimism after all. The truth, of course, being that I've been betrayed by my own cosmesis and insulted in a way that still stings quite a bit. You shrug. You haven't made a lot of progress yet, but you were wondering if you could maybe ask Alex some questions. Is in an official investigative capacity, you mean? Gallic chuckles, although it's not really a sound that suggests any kind of humor.
You've been talking to the Legislacerator, huh?
Tisius? No, not yet.
Very well. I will endeavor to answer what questions I can in a straightforward and honest manner. I cannot promise. And not especially helpful to whatever it is you're playing at here.
Not to appear dismissive of your efforts, but you clearly have a limited at best understanding of Alternian legal systems, despite having spent several peregrines on our planet at one point. Honestly, I'm completely baffled as to how you managed to even survive this long. You're not wrong! You're not wrong! I don't know how this fucker lives either. I don't even know how he fucking breathes.
I suppose if you were to want an additional
He has stick
perspective on the
fingers.
matter, I would suggest you seek out the Tealbloods on this ship, who aren't murderers. I believe Miss Entik and Miss Seziat are on the observation deck.
Teal bloods. Those are legislators.
You are also welcome to investigate the crime scene directly, of course.
Thank you, Markiplier. Do you really think Gore killed someone?
Why wouldn't I? All evidence that exists points to it as an inescapable conclusion.
How, though? He was just there. So was I. To Gore's proximity to the site of the murder, his suspicious behavior, his general demeanor lately, and some other elements I don't feel comfortable disclosing to you, as much as I hate to admit it. Aww. Okay, but suppose for a second maybe he didn't actually do it. Wouldn't Gallic just feel completely awful if he were to kill his own cosmesis over a misunderstanding? Gallic shrugs and frowns at you.
I suppose you have a point, which is why I'm even indulging this foolishness of yours in the first place. Honestly, if I were holding to the simple letter of Alternian law, he would already be dead.
Aww. Sag. Oh wait, no, I wanna look. Never mind. I wanna look around. Can I look around? No. There's no looking around. Let's go to the observation deck.
But how can you...
Stelsa!
There's no way he could have killed that troll. It doesn't make any sense.
I like how they did Tizia's voice. Tizia's voice is like true. It's like so like literally that's her entire character. It's just like I was once an intern and I hated every fucking second of it. I don't know how I'm living. I don't know how I'm breathing. I ingest coffee as if it's blood. That's Tizia.
Oh, it's you.
Stelsa! I love love Stulsa. Stulsa's hot.
Hey.
What? No.
So you're really going through with this, huh?
You nod enthusiastically. Although, you have to admit that a lot of that is very... Wait. That a lot of that is very fake till you make it. Fake it till you make it. And not so much genuine enthusiasm. Still, Tizia seems to take it well enough.
Sure you are. I suppose you're going around asking everyone questions now, right?
Yes. You have no idea what to do. Can't they just ask the ghost who killed? Yes. Can we ask a ghost? You seem to recall trolls having ghosts. That was a thing, right? Troll ghosts? You were nearly 100% certain that that was a thing. So why can't you just ask the ghost who killed them? Simple, right?
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. For one thing, non-corporeal testimony has been banned in trials for 50 sweeps due to the possibility of bias. Also, we're not entirely sure what creates these ghosts, but they're not always present and require a certain kind of psychic to be able to talk to.
So you need either a rust blood or a mustard blood. Or rust blood, mustard blood. Whatever Vriska was. Cerulean? Yeah, cerulean. The step in between teal and indigo. Or fuchsia, I believe, also. Fuchsia can also have psychic powers? I don't know. Why do I know the names of the bloods?
And we haven't seen any evidence of a ghost here.
Oh, well, that kind of... No, wait, they have psychic powers, too, if I remember. Teal bloods do. Because, what's their name? Terezi. That kind of sucks. That, you can't even ask what happened.
Yep.
But, wait, just out of curiosity, what happens if there is a ghost? Wouldn't they be pretty angry about what happened to them? Do big spaceships and stuff just have, like, hundreds of pissed off spirits everywhere?
Oh, don't worry. They have people for that.
Of course they do. I have no idea what else to
Pretty
do.
obvious.
Wow, thanks, Tizia.
Easy. Don't be so negative. Our friend here is just trying to help.
Fine. Have you tried actually looking around for evidence?
Yes. Kind of. You have to admit that you're pretty new to this whole legislator thing. Honestly.
If I were in your position, I'd start by searching the master respite block. I'd be willing to bet you find something worthwhile.
How would you even get in there? You can't imagine that Gallic just leaves the door unlocked.
So how'd you get into the office where Tagore is locked up then?
Oh, yeah. Gallic gave you access through the ship's computer, and maybe it extends to the respite block as well? You can go in there and investigate! But how'd Tizia's even know you'd been in the office? Instead of responding, she just taps her nose and smiles at you. It's all in the...
Not that it matters much to anyone, but no. Not that I can prove anything right now.
You explain that on your planet, the person accused of the crime is usually considered innocent until their guilt can be actually proven.
That sounds nice.
Of course, in reality, that's almost never actually the case, and conviction rates are extremely high. If someone is accused of a crime, they're often going to be found guilty, or agree that they're guilty in order to avoid a long, expensive, and humiliating trial.
So, basically what we've got here?
Yep! No giant monster to eat the accused, though.
Oh, we're phasing out the giant monster lately. Except in especially important cases. The whole thing was such a production, and there aren't many of them hatched anymore.
Great. Important cases.
You know, like beetle theft.
Child
just
theft.
last Perigee we had a case involving the Legicorpus High Senate, and oh goodness, never mind. If you get me started on this, I'll never stop.
Okay, Stelsa.
Anything less, and you're just likely to get shot in the head at the end of things.
True. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Glad to see your talent for stating the obvious has remained intact since we last talked.
Yep. There's nothing to see here. Yeah, locations. Let me go to the airlock first. Okay, this is it. This is where the horrible murder happened. This is the part where you put on your big person gloves and really... No, fuck it. You can't do this right now. This whole scene seems really important, like vitally so. You can't do this right now. Baby steps. Maybe later. Why would there even be a later? If you could prove Tagora's innocence, then this whole thing will just solve itself. That definitely feels plausible. Okay, Ooh. Blood on the door. Okay, so let's look at the body. You're not some kind of forensic expert, but you can see a lot of blood here. So much blood, basically, everywhere. Honestly, it's hard to even tell how this person was killed. But it looks like maybe some kind of wound to the neck. You wish you had literally any experience investigating anything. In fact, it's hitting you fully just now, woefully unqualified you are for any of this. All of this stuff seems so important, but you just can't right now. Your stomach is churning and you can barely hold it together. There's probably another way to clear Tagora's name. Maybe you won't have to deal with any of this stuff at all. You know what? It's probably the best you leave it. Wow. Wow. Thanks. Helpful. Can I look at the door? Okay. You just don't want to. Okay. To the master rest plot. Why is it a shell? The Recupercoon looks like a giant seashell, which you guess could be the alternate equivalent to some kind of Palace of Versailles thing. It's very fancy, but a bit much for your taste, honestly. Off to the side, it looks like there's a door leading back to the shower room. God, you could probably use a shower. Weird that you didn't notice a shower in the other respite block before. But maybe you just missed it while having a moderate to severe panic attack when you zapped in there before. You really wish you could take a seat right now. This whole process is exhausting. You've got things to do and innocent teal bloods to exonerate. Okay, what's the other? What are you? At first glance, it looks like a standard bedside table, but there's a cleverly concealed drawer on the side of it. You shuffle around in the drawer mostly because experience has taught you that that's often where people keep important papers that they don't necessarily want other people to see. But that doesn't matter because you've got a mission here. After a couple of minutes, you find something promising. It looks like some kind of legal document, and it's absolutely covered in footnotes and annotations. On closer inspection, it looks like some kind of hate marriage contract. You'll just keep a whole... Why? Condens... Wait, there's... Oh, it's just that. Okay. Making sure. Just making sure. Okay. Office. Talk. Oh. Okay, back to the airlock. Okay. Observation deck. You found these records. Tizia softly smiles, as if she knew exactly what you were going to say before it even left your mouth.
Well, that's a good start.
Except you don't have any idea what to do with this information. You keep feeling like you're pulling on a thread, but then it just gets caught on something and you can't figure it out what.
So keep pulling. Go find someone who might know about those records.
That does seem like a pretty straightforward and simple solution to the problem, yeah.
Sometimes the solutions are simple. Not everything has to be some complex game of chess.
You got a point. Me and my homies hate chess. Oh, they have chess on Alternia. Maybe your worlds aren't so different after all.
Oh, sure. It's a little bloody sometimes, but you know how it is.
Yep. Cultural misunderstandings you heard so much about. Okay. So, let's go to the bridge. Let's wait, now let's go to the office and talk. I can't talk. Okay, I have to go to the bridge. I have to go to the bridge and talk to... I found this... Hold on. Hold on, I want to save. I'm going to save over... No, I'm going to save over. I'm just going to save over, because he's going to be like, why the fuck were you in my room?
How did you even... Oh, of course. The access I provided for the office also allowed you into my private quarters.
Why were you in my bedroom? Something of a silly oversight on my part, although I suppose no real harm came of it. I keep all the ready sensitive materials locked up securely. You're really good at investigation. In fact, you learned from some of the best in the business. A regular problem sleuth. TM, that's you. Oh boy, I love Problem Sleuth. I read that entire comic. I'm now out of drink. I love Problem Sleuth. Me and my homies love Problem Sleuth. And Bard Quest. I loved Bard Quest and I'm so mad he never finished it. You don't understand. I'm actually angry that he never finished Bard Quest and you can only get like one answer. Anyways. Gallic shakes his head and takes the documents from you, looks them over quickly before handing them back.
You need to understand that nothing in here is especially unusual or untoward on my part. Pretty standard for those seeking to formalize their quadrants.
I hope you don't take me for some kind of boorish fool on account of my desire to ensure my own legal safety. A similar contract might be drawn up for a matespritship or a long-term Moralians. Moralians? I don't know. You're not really sure if you fully believe him, but you don't know much about contracts or the Alternian legal system. But it seems like there's some very one-sided language in here about harsh consequences for Tagora.
Fine. I suppose you're not going to leave me alone about this. I suspected that Tagora was pitched with someone else.
What? Okay, but why?
Just a feeling I got. And then he's been getting increasingly distant from me lately. Especially the last couple days.
Ever since we started making preparations to formalize our Kismisitude, as a matter of fact.
I suspect that this has something to do with this sudden turn for the murderous.
You think that this seems like a bit of a stretch, even by some of the convoluted logic you've run into lately, but you refrain from saying anything. You should probably see what Tagora has to say about this. Now I get to talk to Gorgor. Gallic thinks he might be cheating on him. Tagora actually looks genuinely tickled by this. He tosses his head back and laughs in a weird grating way. In that weird grating way he has.
Cheating on him? Oh, that's fucking rich.
So no.
Of course I'm not cheating on him. Why the hell would I do that?
Stuck in a hateless relationship?
You should really stop talking so much. You know that, right?
No. It's not the first time you've heard that.
Oh, I can't imagine why. In any case, no, I'm not fucking cheating on him. I might be morally flexible in a lot of ways, but I take my quadrant seriously.
Okay, cool. So about the whole about to be killed by his cosmesis because of the murder he claims he didn't commit thing.
Fine. You want to know what I was doing down by the cargo bay?
Yes!
I was talking to Tisius. More specifically, I was trying to find a spot where I could talk without Gallic potentially seeing.
Why don't you want Gallic seeing?
Idiot. Wasn't a quadrant thing. God, I don't feel that way about her. I needed her advice on something. Specifically, I think Gallic might have added a few conditions to our hate marriage contract.
Conditions? What does that
It
mean?
means I don't know what it means. I never got a good look at the document, and he hid it away somewhere.
Oh, here! Here you go! Tagore quickly grabs the papers from you and looks at them, frowning to himself.
This is about what I expected. I was hoping Tisius might be able to find a way to legally nullify whatever language he put in there.
That's why Tisius knew. That's why she knew. That's why she knew.
He might be a high blood, but I don't want to be in a relationship where I don't have the upper hand.
Bruh. Okay, this is starting to finally get interesting. Of course, it sure would be nice if Tagora had literally any proof of what he was saying as far as this conversation with Tisius.
The best I can do is this.
He hands you his palm husk. Okay, thanks. But what are you supposed to do with this?
It's a Legis Corpus palm husk, you grub-brained idiot. There's an investigative module installed that tracks evidence you gather, including my conversation with Tisius.
Why not just let you log on to his account and see the messages directly, though? Surely the whole message log thing is an overly cumbersome way to... Never mind, he's glaring at you again.
I'm not letting you see all of my private conversations. There's some highly compromising photographs in there.
So he's saying he took nudes. Tagora has nudes. Lahayim.
Anyway, you'll figure it out. And don't worry about giving the palm husk back. I've got a bunch of them.
You have a bunch of burner...
Consider it
This
an
bitch.
investment, if you will. A gesture of good faith that you'll get me the fuck out of this.
This bitch is a bitch. You know what? You're not actually going to pursue that line of inquiry any further. He's right. You'll figure this out. Okay. Yay! I have evidence. So Tisius in Tagora's chat log. Better call Gorgor! Listless advocate. Okay. Okay. Chitter. Oh! Oh shit! Wait, what does this say? Can I call? L-word. Oh shit! Okay, okay. Malik Adalov. It's just his fucking forehead. He's 11. Jesus Christ, everyone's older. They used to be 6 sweeps. And now they're 10, 11. Trixie! That's who I was trying to think of. Selling uppers. Trixie! Upvote, downvote. This bitch, Zebra Kodak. He's terrible. Wait, I want to see everyone's pronouns. Of course, he's verified. Triza. What does this button do? Oh, Imperial Alerts. Cool that you could go on Chitter. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the airlock. Nah. Let's go back to the bridge and talk to Tizias. Oh wait, no. No, wait. Nope, wrong one. No, fuck. I'm pressing all the wrong. I wanted to go to the observation deck. I'm bad at this game. Let's talk to Tizias. Tagora told you about their conversation. Shakes her head slightly. Next to her, Stelsa starts to look worried.
Zizi, what conversation are they talking about?
It's nothing. It wasn't anything, okay?
What's the big deal? You were just giving Tagora some basic legal advice on nullifying his hate marriage. Yes! Just spill all the details like a genius. Oh no!
Is that true? Were you getting involved in a Kismesis dispute with an Indigo Blood? A member of the Alternian Intelligence Service, no less. Zizi, is this some kind of Ashen Quadrant thing?
No!
No, I'm not interested in playing auspices between him and anyone.
Well, that's even worse. Why would you get in between them like that? You could end up in the same position as Tagora.
Tizia sighs and looks away, and you think you see something in her eye that she's not telling Stelsa. Something that doesn't have anything to do with Tagora or Gallic. Not exactly, anyway.
It was the right thing to do, okay? That's all.
He just he literally just asked a question. That's it. He asked a question. Like literally. Let's read this. Do you have a minute? I need to talk to you. Fine. What is it, Sorgor? I think that Gallic might be trying to screw me. I thought that was actually the desired outcome here. Oh, shut the fuck up. I mean in our Kismesis agreement. A completely normal and not weird thing to have, by the way. Again, shut the fuck up. I think Gallic might be trying to put some language in the contract to mess with me. I don't know. It was just, do I hate him? Of course. Do I want to be his Kismesis? Of course. But I'm convinced that he's trying to pull some bullshit, and I don't want to deal with that. Surely you can understand. You, Stelsa, have been together forever. So help me out. Help me figure out how to get this asshole I love so dearly to stop being like this. Yeah, he was just asking for advice. That's not saying get in between this shit. Okay, this is getting really awkward. You have a feeling that you should not be here anymore? Like, you specifically should not be in this specific place trying to insert yourself in this specific conversation and should maybe do literally anything else. Locations. Office. No! I want to go to the bridge. Talk. Tagora wasn't pitched for anybody. He narrows his eyes at you and shakes his head slowly. He was... Yeah, I don't really believe you. Look at him.
Really now? I find that extremely unlikely, given his secretive behavior lately.
I have a question for you. What does all these words mean? You explained that Tagora found out about the Hage marriage contract and felt like it was unfair to him, so he was trying to figure out a way to nullify the contract. He was messaging Tizias around the time of the murder.
Patently absurd. The only reason I made the contract in the first place was because of Tagora. He's clearly involved in something. I'm just not sure what. I have to protect myself.
Okay, but something still isn't adding up here.
I have no idea what you mean. It's clear as night that when Tagora and I had our little...
Fuck! This is funny. Gallic trails off as if he was about to mention something potentially embarrassing. You ask him, what does that mean exactly? Gallic flushes deep blue.
Tagora and I got into a small dispute shortly before the murder. He said some things about not being able to trust me, and I may have responded poorly.
He didn't specifically mention the document, which you now have in your possession. However, his knowledge of its specific existence is news to me. Specifically, I told him that if he was going to be an unfaithful bastard, I wanted nothing to do with him. Oh, shit. Tagora didn't mention that before. And you suppose he probably didn't want to talk about it either. But it sounds like but it sounds like a lot was on his mind in general. If you could put all these together, maybe there's a chance you could show that Tagora didn't actually kill anybody. You've gathered enough evidence to prove your case to Gallic. Click on the start trial to begin. Okay. Evidence. Gallic statements, Tagora statements. I still want to get into the vital track. Locked computer. I want to try something. Go back to the office. I can't? Okay. I might as well start the trial. Oh. There's two Tritter. Oh, Ramel. Oh my god. Invasion of one Alternus. Ramel! I remember Ramel. Gallic has the cargo bay turned into a kind of makeshift courtroom just for the purpose of this trial of his. Is it a bit weird to be conducting the trial mere feet from the still warm body of the victim? Yeah, you know what? It really is.
Well, now that everyone is assembled, I will be taking on the role of chief persecutor for the duration of the trial, given we don't have a...
Something inside of you feels strange when you hear the word council. Some kind of strange detached feeling. A memory that you haven't had yet, maybe. Gallic gets one look at your face and frowns.
Will you be quite able to conduct your duties?
Yes. Yeah. That scared me. What? Ted, wait! Intelligence has failed to capture Bronze Blood agitator known as Tetrarch, presumed to be armed and extremely dangerous. All personnel be on high alert. Okay. Tetrarch? That's bitch from Hiveswap. Zebra is a bitch. Everyone downs vote. Remember, we've got Chixie performing 3 times a week here at the late Lithing Mare. Fuck you. You have 102 followers. He's a fucking Slaughterfly. The Kodak effect. Slaughterfly. I hate you. I hate you. Ardata. The 3-eyed bitch. Okay. I still don't know why there's a 2 there. Yeah, you're a little bit unclear on what those duties are exactly. From next to you, Tizia sighed loudly.
Normally, a trial consists of a persecutor who presents the case and a respondent who's basically there to look stupid while the accused is found guilty.
You aren't gonna sugarcoat it. This sounds like a bad system.
Yeah, no shit. It's all for show, of course. Don't worry. I'll help you run through this, okay?
Okay. Okay. You got this. You're pretty sure you've done this before, maybe. Honestly, can't remember if it was you or if it was someone else. Hey, that's a callback. That's a callback to Hype Swap Act 2 when you're in the teal blood. You're in the, oh my god, teal and cerulean blood train, and there's a when you're on the train and it's the teal and the cerulean bloods and they're fucking screaming at each other. I remember that. And then fucking big guy clown man comes in, Mavis or whatever, and he just sits there and he's just so happy. He's like the best clown, man. He's the best clown. It doesn't feel real. This is really not the time for an existential crisis. I just want that picture. I just want that as a picture.
Very well. We will begin. I will present the Empire's case in this matter, and then you will be able to respond.
It is Ace Attorney.
Here. Micus Mises here was involved in black solicitations with someone else.
That's wrong.
He was always acting in a secretive manner, hiding his pitch affair from me. I never thought it would extend to murder, and yet here we are.
Look, some of the stuff he's saying doesn't make sense. You should press him on it to uncover inconsistencies, and then you can show evidence that pokes holes in his story.
Yes.
Just be careful. If you show a bunch of random shit, you'll end up pissing him off. But don't worry about asking for more information. The only way that'll hurt you is if you keep pushing the issue again and again.
Yes. You nod. This makes sense. You get ready to go back over Gallic's statement and really get in there. Ready to get up to your elbows in bullshit. Actually, wait, no. That sounds really gross. You're just gonna do legislator stuff. It's clear. I think it's clear enough what happened here. Micus Mises here was involved with black solicitations with someone else. He was always acting in a secretive manner, hiding his pitch affair from me. I never thought it would extend to murder, yet here we are. Oh, fuck. Ooh. I don't know which one to do. I might have to cheat. Because I actually don't know. I think it's clear enough. I'm gonna just look it up to see if it makes sense. Friendson 2 guide. This music's good though. Volume 1 interpreted. Trial 1. Okay. Oh yeah. So press. But wait, you said that's not the whole story, is it? You wonder, does Gallic have any actual proof that Tagora wasn't being faithful to him? Surely someone as confident in his own intellect as Gallic is wouldn't leap to any conclusions.
Very well. You make a good point. Let me revise my earlier statement. I suspect Micus Mises was involved with someone else, given how distant he'd become lately. There's no other possible explanation for the way he was acting towards me.
Okay. So... present evidence of... this? Take that! Well, what do you think of this? But wait, you said in a very oh fuck.
Oh? I'd love to hear it.
But he already knows the reason. You pull out the copy of the Kismesis agreement with all of Gallic's annotations on it, and smile confidently. His face falters for a second.
Objection! But what possible relevance does this have to the situation?
Yes.
As I previously pointed out, that unless
Oh,
you
fuck.
have
Sorry.
something else to suggest, some meaning I've failed to derive.
His own statement. The evidence right here in his own words. The argument that he had with Tagora earlier. Obviously, Tagora didn't think that the contract was just standard.
You're goddamn right I didn't.
Very well. I'll admit that Tagora might have had some legitimate reason to be upset.
Ooh. Referring back to the argument that Tagora and I had, which has been entered into evidence.
You bulge-sucking pile of... You were trying to treat me like some kind of pet.
That is essentially incorrect. Besides... it doesn't matter what his feelings were, because Tagora was still in the area at the time of the murder. He had
Yeah, but so was I, and
to
so was
commit the
Tizius.
murder and cover his tracks. As much as I hate it, I don't see any evidence to the contrary.
I'm only cheating because I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to fuck up. Okay. So...
Something's still not right. If
No.
you can figure out where the contradiction is, maybe we can actually convince him that Gorgor is innocent.
Okay. I press on the first one. There's something else he isn't saying, isn't there? Wait a minute. How does Gallic know exactly what time the murder was committed? Besides, because he sounds pretty sure. Gallic actually stammers. You don't think you've seen him lose composure like this in a while.
Well, the thing about that is...
He sighs and shrugs.
I suppose there's no harm in it. All of the ship's personnel are equipped with an implanted biomonitoring system known as VitalTrack. It allows me to record their vital signs down to the minute. Here, I'll provide you with the record for our poor maintenance worker. Based on the information I have on hand from the monitoring system, the time of death was around the same time that Tagora was seen in the area.
Okay. And evidence. What's the difference? When Gallic revises a statement, present either the VitalTrack timestamp or the chat log with Tizius, then present the other of the two pieces of evidence when Gallic is it. Okay, so I'm going to do the VitalTrack. Dial Sayix. Okay, alternate universal time. Heart failure. That heart failure. That's not how would Tagora cause heart failure? Straight up, how would Tagora cause heart failure? Take that. What do you think of this? There's no possible way that could kill the victim. You say this with all the confidence of a TV lawyer about to make a really big discovery in a case.
I really hope you've got something to back this up.
Of course, the answer is the time of death. You see, there's no way Tagora could have been doing a murder at the time of that the victim was killed.
Objection!
Fuck
You
you!
have some kind of evidence to actually support this baseless speculation?
Yes, I do. The chat logs. Gallic stands there, stunned. His mouth is opening and closing, and for once, he's speechless.
There. Are you satisfied it didn't fucking kill anyone? I swear to Empress, you're the worst sometimes.
Well, this was a massive waste of time. Can we actually try to figure out why there's a dead body in your airlock?
You're inclined to agree with Tizia's on this one, but you're pretty interested in knowing why there's a dead body there, and perhaps who caused it to be there, especially if the person is still around to, kill again.
A little more dramatic than I would have put it, but basically yes.
Thank you, Tizias. You're still watching Galec's face when something clicks behind his eyes, something you're not liking the look of.
Wait a minute. The logs cleared Gorgor of any involvement in this.
Oh, so it's Gorgor again now.
But you...
Oh, fuck. He's looking right at Tizias, and his hand is straying inside his coat pocket again.
Of course. It was the perfect opportunity. While Gorgor was distracted, you made your move. I don't know what your endgame was, but you let yourself slip on this one.
He really is paranoid. He's more paranoid than I am, and I get oh, I'm recording. Oh, fuck. I forgot. I put F12 to be record. Oops, gonna have to delete that later. Anyways, he's more paranoid than me when I hear somebody walking upstairs and I'm like, oh, there's somebody about to kill me. Dead ass.
What the
Dead
fuck are you
ass.
talking about? Are you seriously accusing me now?
You quickly jump in between Galec and Tizias and throw out your hands. Wait, you know that this looks bad. You guess. Honestly, you're not really following Galec's logic anymore on this. But doesn't he want to find out what actually happened? Galec relaxes a bit, which is probably a good sign.
I'll give you a chance to make your case, if for no other reason than to properly follow Imperial law.
Yeah, exactly that. You're a huge fan of Imperial law. Probably one of your top. Well, it makes the top 10 easy. Love that Imperial law.
Stop overselling it. Come see me as soon as you can.
Okay. Okay, this is bad. Tizia has been locked in her quarters, and you're pretty sure that Galec is out for blood now. Teal-colored blood. Specifically. Which means that you've only got a little while to figure out how to convince him that Tizias is innocent. Jesus Christ. Galec is a bitch. You'd be the first to admit that you weren't expecting things to turn into such a complete nightmare when you went to go back. First, the thing with Scratch and your powers. Now your friends are being accused of murder left and right. But there's one thing you have going for you that no one else can touch. Your powerful, unwarranted, completely unearned sense of optimism. Which, you'll admit, is really not a whole lot of help. But you really need something to cling on to right now. You need to go talk to Tizias and see if she can help you figure this out. Okay, time to go to Tiz. Tiz, guest respite block. You open the door and are ready. You're not getting a great feeling here. Tizias is sitting on the couch, the lounge plank, you guess, and she's got her head down in her hands. She's obviously been crying recently. You're not really thinking a "hey, buddy" would be appropriate, so you knock softly on the door frame. Tizia looks up and wipes her face.
What is it? Why can't you just leave me alone?
You said to come find you, you dunce! No, you don't understand. Because you're here to help her. You're really quite good at helping, and oh, she's laughing at you.
Really? This is your idea of helping?
You deadass said. Hold on. Malik. Oh, Malik. Malik has been updating recently. Ooh. Oh, and Tizia's. And Tagora, of course. What the fuck? I'm a Miss PA reader. Miss Po reader. MSPA. Divide over 0. Look at his face. Friend-shaped entity. Just trying to catch up with my old friend. Oh my god. It's like just not working. Where's... Oh, here's Gallic. Look at him! Beep, 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 beep. And of course, Gallic is fucking... Wait. Ardata, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. That color. Fuck Zebra. Look at that bitch. I just want to shit on Zebra more. Fuck Zebra. You point out that you don't think your being here has anything to do with the murder. If anything, she'd be even more screwed if you weren't here.
If you weren't here, Gorgor would have been spaced over something he didn't do, which sucks.
The unspoken but is hanging out there. It sucks, but she wouldn't be facing imminent execution.
Yeah, exactly.
She sighs heavily and leans forward again. Once again, you're struck by how unprepared you were for any of this. You were expecting a kind of victory lap. Maybe give a couple inspiring speeches. Sing a few songs, perhaps.
Songs? What the fuck?
Real! That was real! Oh, shit. You were talking out loud again. Never mind. Point being, you know how to roll with your punches. Tizia shrugs and looks away. My phone vibrated. It's because people are being weird and stupid. That's why. Hold on. I gotta really fucking... Weird. Hold the phone. Weird. Okay. My phone is deciding not to fucking charge properly. Charge. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Why are you being so evasive?
Evasive? Really? You think my unwillingness to talk to a near stranger who's jumped in to make wild promises about saving me is evasive?
Yes. Well, now, that's not fair. You knew each other. You were friends. Practically Moirails. Tizia's eyes burn white hot with the barely concealed rage.
Don't you dare say something like that. I have a Moirail, and she's worth more on her worst day than you'll ever be on your best.
Oh fuck, she cares. Ouch! That stings a bit. Besides, you practically introduced them to each other.
So, should I be grateful because you did one good thing for me before you vanished?
Yes!
You know what? It doesn't matter. I always got a weird feeling about you anyway, so this isn't really a big surprise.
Ooh, another thing on Chitter. Chitter. Who updated? Who updated? Trizza? you, Trizza. Everyone else is 4 hours. Except for Marvis! That's who it is. Yeah! Little buddy, you back, huh? Hit me the fuck up if you ever in orbit. Ah! Marvis! I love Marvis. Exalato. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could just ask Ghost to solve all our problems? Tagora. Tizia. Zebra. Fuck Zebra. Skyla! I love Gorf quotes? Wait, I want Gorf quotes. Gorf! Beck Rogers. Cool. Anyways. You're not really sure how to respond to that. Mostly because you know that she's got a point. You made promises to people, both explicitly and by choosing to share your time with them. You opened up and let them into your world. And then you shut them all down. You don't think you should keep pushing this with Tizia's. You don't think you've earned that right. So, you didn't do it, right? I just gotta cover all my bases. This is an investigation. This is Ace Attorney now. For the second time. In a fucking Homestuck game. For the second time in a Homestuck game, we're playing Ace Attorney. How did it start recording again? I didn't even press F12. What the fuck? Weird. Tizia fixes you with a very particular kind of glare. The kind of glare that suggests you should have known better than to ask that question.
Why would I do that?
You can't think of a reason, but it seems like lots changed in the last few years. Sweeps? Whatever. You don't remember Gallic being so willing to kill people last time you met him.
I wouldn't know. I only met him recently, in a professional capacity.
Neat. But also, you notice that she's not actually answering the question. Tizzy glares again.
No, I didn't fucking kill anyone. Although, if you keep acting like this, I might have to change that.
Thank you. Okay, so we got the... we didn't get any evidence. Let's go to... the bridge. Gallic doesn't look amused right now. As a matter of fact, he looks impatient and angry.
I do hope that you've been expedient in conducting your investigation. I have reasons to move this process along.
Specifically, my own personal survival. As much as I hate to admit it, I have let the very individual who sought my death into my ship of my own accord. A matter I am still struggling with. Trust me.
But if you have any questions that may help you resolve this matter, I would be happy to answer them.
Great. Do you really think she did it?
I see a convincing logical alternative. There were 2 people in the area while the murder took place.
No, there were 3. Me. Oh, no, wait. I should not say that. I should not say that I was also in the area.
The other, not so much. The logical conclusion is inescapable. Tisius N. Tick is a murderer.
I pride myself in being quite adept at these sorts of deductions and have taken painstaking care not to base my reasonings on faulty logic or assumptions, but that's what you're doing. You might not like to hear that your friend was responsible, but the evidence is undeniable. It is deniable. You're paranoid. You're just super paranoid over literally nothing. I say to myself, really. Then why even humor you on the whole trial thing? If you're so sure, why not just kill her? Maybe it's because there is a seed of doubt that crept in.
Or perhaps I simply wish to see the process followed as it should be. If we descend into lawlessness, what good are we?
Point Markiplier. You feel like you have some choice words about the role that an interstellar empire has when it comes to weaponizing the concept of law against its enemies, but you suspect that Gallic isn't really in the mood to hear you out. Doesn't he feel bad about
a little bit, yes. But I'm confident that I made the right decision at the time.
But he almost killed his Kysmesis over something that Tagora didn't actually do. Doesn't that feel a bit fucked up?
I suppose it does feel, to borrow your phrase, a little bit fucked up. But what am I supposed to do, exactly? Simply let my enemies cause chaos?
Yes, exactly. It's boorish but appropriate. Enemies, in this case, referring to the nebulous concept of various threats. You wisely decide that answering that question would probably be a bad idea. Instead, you carefully sidestep into a related one. Isn't he worried that Tagora won't forgive him for this? Gallic shrugs.
This institute is built on a back-and-forth tension. This is just another part of that in the end.
That feels wrong somehow. Like, he's saying all this, but he doesn't really believe it. As soon as you're about to push it a little further, Gallic shuts you down.
I've said all that there is to say on this matter at the time. I would appreciate you not continuing to try to extract personal information from me.
Point taken. He doesn't seem like he's investigating anything. Gallic glares at you and doesn't stop until you finally nervously break eye contact.
And what would you know about the delicate process of investigating such a serious matter?
I mean, I've done it like 4 or 5 times now. Basically nothing. But that's kind of the point. Isn't Gallic supposed to be doing this?
Why? This is my ship, and those on it fall under my protection and my jurisdiction. It is my sole duty to bring the murderer to justice, and I already have her in custody.
I'm tempted to buy Ace Ventura. Is there an Ace Ventura game? Now I want to know. Hold on. Quick Google search. Is there an Ace Ventura game? There is! Oh, it's a CD-ROM. I'm tempted. When was it released? 96. There's a Monty Python Complete Waste of Time. Made by 7th Level. DOS. I'm tempted. I want to get it. Wait. Can I play? I could buy the CD-ROM for $20. It's almost 30 years old. It'll be 30 years old in 3 years. I'm tempted. Can I play it on my computer? Is the question. I'm gonna put it on my wish list. And I'm not signed in. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oops. Anyways. Well, entrusted to me by the Eternian Empire for my use as befits my duty to the Empire. But the specifics aren't overly important here. Basically, I am responsible for the ship and everyone on it. Full stop. Justice, in this case referring to the kind that is both swift and final. You don't think this line of questioning is going to actually get you anywhere. The whole justice thing right now. And that reminds you of someone else. Fuck. So, yeah, not great, generally speaking. Okay, Chitter. Who updated? Zebra. Fuck a zebra. Can't a gal just slide into depression and accept her inevitable execution in peace? No! No! Not allowed. L word. Anything? No. Oh, Gallic. Some people just don't understand the complexity and nuance of the quadrant system. Shut the fuck up. Why is your fucking... Yeah, Cerulean. I was right. Why the fuck are you half sweep? Half sweep. Half a sweep is 1 year. Okay, time to... Let's go to observation deck. Who's gonna be here? Tagora is staring intently out the window when you arrive on the observation deck, and you notice that Gallic is nowhere to be found.
He's up on the bridge if you really need to talk to him.
I already did. I don't want to talk to him again.
An astute observation. What gave it away? The part where he threatened to shoot me, or the part where he put me on trial for murder?
Yes. Yeah, you can see how that might be a bit of a dumper on their relationship, but Tagora shrugs.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'll let him stew in it for a while, and then we'll be fine.
You're still struggling to understand the whole cosmesis, how it works. It doesn't seem like a healthy dynamic. He shrugs.
Well, that's your problem, not mine.
Bitch. For some unforsaken reason, for some godforsaken reason, I understand quadrants. Was it deeply told, like, in-depth told to me? No, I just picked it up. I literally read through the Homestuck. Malik! Everyone knows this system is fucked, but no one wants to admit it. Why are your lucky numbers here? Truth is power. What? So basically, Matesprit is equivalent to your boyfriend or girlfriend. Moirail is equivalent to your best friend or support structure. Auspices is basically one person is a mediator between. It's basically Auspices is stupid. Full stop. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And Cosmesis is basically hate ship. It's where you just hate each other to the point where you're like, it's the equivalent to enemies to lovers, but you're always in that enemy stage. You're always in the enemy stage, but you fuck. That's it! That's basically what Cosmesis Toot is. It's enemies to lovers, but you're just stuck in enemies. It's a friends with benefits, but you hate each other. Him and Tizzy is.
What about us? I thought I already explained that.
Yeah, I just wanna know everything to help clear Tizzy of murder. Tiara looks dead in the eyes.
I don't really know, and I don't really care. She got herself caught up in all of this.
How are you so fucking dumb? Because of him. if he hadn't been talking to him, if she hadn't been out talking to him, then she would have never been in this position to look like she killed anybody.
Not really my problem. Sorry.
I want to bite glass. He makes me want to eat glass. Do you have any
Prepared
evidence?
to pay for my time.
For sure. What are you fucking talking about? You defended him. You just defended him. You kept him from getting killed. Tagora doesn't look particularly swayed.
I should point out that I never closed out our billing before. You've been paying my hourly rate for the past 2 sweeps and 6 parages.
I'm going to murder him. I hate Tagora. What? You never agreed to that. There's no possible way that you could afford that kind of bill in the first place.
Oh well, you'll be hearing from my legislacerator soon, I imagine.
She's going to fucking die! You're fucking dumb! I have nothing. I can't investigate. Let's go to the airlock, I guess. Stelsa is... Oh, Stelsa! Standing in the middle of the airlock looking around when you arrive. Of course, no one has bothered to move the body yet. You guess that's probably good, though? The ship doesn't exactly seem like it has a fully functional medical examiner's office on board.
Oh, hello there. I'm sorry that we had to meet each other again in such strange circumstances. Otherwise, I would have been quite happy to catch up.
Yeah! You tell Stelsa that the feeling is mutual. You miss chatting with her, too. Ever even missed working out together. Although, you'll admit that maybe that wasn't your best quality.
Well, we can't all be perfect.
What happened on Chitter? Who the fuck talked? Gallic? No. Tagora! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, Tagora! She frowns. You ask what's on her mind. Is it related to the dead body that's sitting right in front of her? You're betting it's probably about the dead body.
You could say that.
Is it about Tizias? Groans and points her finger to the bridge of her nose.
Oh, Susie. I always thought you'd end up working yourself to death. All those long hours spent studying for the coolest bar, or preparing for work, or whatever it was you were always off doing on your own.
Wait, what was that last bit? Stelsa shrugs and looks away.
I don't know. Zizi was always out at odd hours doing something she refused to talk about. I trust her and all, but I also worry about her.
Excuse me? Stelsa always did strike you as a worrier. You get it. You're somewhat constantly consumed by anxiety yourself.
Well,
Didn't mean
I
to
don't
fucking...
know about all that, but I do know that my mate Sprit is in a lot of trouble right now. And I don't...
They're mate splits? I thought they were Moirils. She's starting to cry. No! Don't do that.
I need you to help her. Whatever happened here, I know she didn't do anything. She was with me the whole time this horrible thing happened.
Do you have any evidence?
I'm not sure. Tizias was the one who had investigative training.
Of course. Yeah, you were never really all that clear on exactly what the two of them did beyond being somewhat on the nose stand-ins for the legal and or criminal justice system in general.
I work with paperwork. I rarely see dead bodies in the auditory department.
Auditor. Who the fuck? Who the fuck? Marvis, please. I love you. Who the fuck talked? Is it Zebra? No. Oh, it's Stelsa. You just tweeted that as I'm talking to you. Fitness is a lifestyle, not a hobby. You notice that she said rarely and not never, huh?
But I think if Tisius were here, she'd say that you should carefully examine the body. Maybe something will stand out.
Maybe. Let's look. You steel yourself for the extremely unpleasant task of checking the body closer. Hey, this isn't the first time you've had to deal with blood or a dead body. Dead bodies are practically just an Alternian way of life, or death. Swallowing the bile that's coming up your throat, you carefully check the body. It's a troll wearing a spacesuit of some kind. Judging from the color of the blood, they were bronze blood. Bronze blood. Bruh. Wow, that really is a lot of blood. It looks like it started from a large gash in the neck of the suit, and it just got everywhere. You struggle down another wave of fresh bile. Really not wanting to throw up in front of Stelsa. It looks like blood is sprayed all over the place. Whatever happened here, it was messy. Looking up, you notice that there is a strange pattern of blood splatters leading all the way up to the airlock. That definitely seems like an important thing to check too. Okay, look at the door. Oh boy, more blood. Yay. Piss. Piss rained down. Ah, fuck. Piss rained down. That's the bathroom. You're pretty sure that means something. But you really need to focus on clearing Tizzy's name first. Okay, and look at that. You have no idea what this means. But you feel like it's important. Later. Oh, look at that. It seems like something that you should check later. Maybe you should save Tizzy. This seems like something that you should check later. Doesn't seem like there's anything sure. Okay. So, what does this say? It's probably not. Oh. Okay, it really wants me to go to the guest respite block. Let's talk. I talked to Salsa, she's worried. A friend observation. You notice that perhaps she's feeling uncomfortable about something.
Really? Is that your big takeaway here?
Yes. Ah, shit, you said that part out loud. Oh, no.
Look, I don't want her to worry.
Makes sense. You tell Tessia that makes sense. She clearly loves you. A lot.
I know that. I know, okay? I know she loves me, and I know what I'm doing is dangerous.
What are you doing?
You're not allowed to tell anyone. Do you understand?
Sure. Yeah, sure. What?
Okay, great. Well, the truth is, I haven't been telling Stelsa about everything.
Oh no, are you cheating on Stelsa?
What? I've been in touch with the rebels for over a sweep now.
Oh! That makes more sense. That's significantly worse in a lot of ways. But it could have just been relationship drama.
Well, you introduced me to my Moirail, and one thing kind of led to another. I ended up talking to some of the rebels, sending them information.
Wait, who's her Moirail? I forgot who her Moirail is. Hold on. Wait, how do you fucking spell her name? Z-I-A-S. Who the fuck is her Moirail? I completely forgot. Relations. It doesn't say she has a Moirail. Oh, Daria. That's right. Not Daria, Daria. Yeah. I remember. I'll be right back. I want to Apologies, I had to do something. Oh no, Stelsa doesn't know.
I think she suspects something, but she doesn't know what. I'm less worried about my mate Sprit and more worried about Gallic. You know he's Alternian intelligence, right?
Oh, okay. Yep.
Well, that's where I'm at. Unless you can pretty definitively prove I didn't kill anyone, I'm basically dead.
AIS?
Yeah, the Empress's spy masters. You think the Legis Lacerators are bad? Imagine that, but turned all the way up and break the knob off.
Fuck. You have to admit that it does sound bad, but Gallic has seemed like such a chill guy when you last met him. Kinda stuffy, but overall pretty okay with aliens and whatnot. After all, it wasn't a directive issue for your capture or anything like that.
Aliens? Sure, he's fine with that. As long as you aren't a threat to the Empire. If you are, then, well, look at me.
But how'd he get like this?
I don't fucking know. I'm not his goddamn Moirail.
Who is? Who is? We can ask him questions. Okay. Let's go to the airlock. Nope, that's not right. Okay, maybe now it's almost been 2 hours. Hello. It has, yeah, it's almost been 2 hours. I'm actually going to end this stream here. After I read all these chitters. Who spoketh? 'Tis yes, of course. That's Stelsa? Yeah. So adorable. They're so adorable. Ah, 413. 1111, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm in the second investigation. So if you've enjoyed this stream, please don't be a stranger. Come back again another time. But for now, if I could do anything on my computer. No, that's not what I wanted. Fucking this one. See you later, ski haters.